Back in June, I did something that completely shocked me, and I traumatized my girlfriend. For some context, I'm a college student. I was in a great relationship, and one night we went out for dinner, and we had a couple too many strong drinks, and I blacked out, and then I think I drank more after that, so it was just bad. But I ended up slapping her. And I'm not a violent person. Like, I've never had this impulse of doing something like this to her or anyone. And I woke up, no recollection of anything that happened. It was, I found out about it that morning, and just a crazy shock. So I guess my question would be, what can I do to work through myself and figure out what happened on my end that night and ensure nothing like this happens again to anyone? And how can I help her feel safe around me again? And what steps can we take as a couple to build our relationship?
I'm sifting through. I'm trying to be measured in my response, right? And you get that. First and foremost, I would tell every single woman in this situation to not talk to you ever again. Okay? So, like, I want to put your relationship stuff aside for now, okay? And
Understandable.
the greatest gift you can give somebody when you physically assault them, and then you say, I don't know why I do that, I don't know where that came from, is to say, the greatest way I can love you is to get you out of my sphere until I've got a handle on this. And so if she were on the phone, I would say, you're dating this person, hang up the phone, block him, and just never talk to him again. Right? She's not on the phone with me, you are. So the next thing I would ask you, you said you did this thing, you woke up, and I'm sure she told you all about it. How did the next morning conversation go as she walked you through what had happened?
I mean, there was no argument on my end. I was in complete shock, and
I find
so
that, honestly,
sad.
like, just between you and me, I find that hard to believe.
Why?
Because you're talking about a Jekyll and Hyde situation that's just so rare outside of, like, deep pathology.
Well, that's why I'm legitimately trying to figure out what's going on, because I like you saying, like, I should have remembered that.
No. I'm saying nobody, or it's astoundingly rare. And I'm trying to rack my brain right now thinking if I've ever talked to somebody, and I may have over the years. I've talked to so many people, but I can't remember a time that somebody, even when drinking, like often what happens with alcohol is it peels back. It pulls apart the layers of our protective masks to be union for a second. Like, it pulls away those layers, and you get a version of yourself that is like, oh, there he is. Right?
Okay.
And so
it might help.
It would shock me to say you have never had a violent outburst. You've never screamed and yelled at somebody. You've never said stupid things. You never have. That has never happened in your life. It just happened this one time.
No, 100%. I have gotten too drunk and been extremely childish, yelled, screamed, and, like, treated her like, but never like something on this level.
Okay, that's not childish. That's abusive. And when you call it childish, it's a way to pacify this behavior. So I want you to.
I get childish about, like, arguments or, like, insecurities and stuff, and then I become
abusive. Okay.
Yes.
Before her, when did this happen in your life?
Never. I've had relationships before, but I've never been drinking with. I never was drinking with them because I was in high school and we weren't partying too much. And this has never happened to me.
Okay.
Like, in this, yeah.
How much have you consumed? How often have you consumed alcohol after this?
Since this has happened?
Yep.
I've gone to concerts and stuff and had a couple beers, but nothing to the point where I've gotten drunk per se. But yeah, I've drank beer since this has happened.
You can like. I'm just gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't think you're ready yet.
Okay.
Because what you're wanting to do is keep your life exactly the same with a few modifications to it. And you have a unstable impulse inside of your chest. And so you want to, I'm just not going to drink hard liquor, but I'll just drink some beers. I'm going to go out and just kind of do my thing, but like, I just won't do this thing. And like, I just get childish. And then I say dumb things. And you're not grasping the full reality of this. Like if you like, you can never drink again, ever.
Okay.
And you have to say, hey, honey, we need 2 months away from each other, and I'm going to go sit down with a therapist because I'm not okay. Because I don't think you're fully grasping the depth of which you're unstable if you drink to black out and another version of you emerges. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That comes from a level of repression and insecurity that has to make its way out in other places. Do you have a problem? Like, and I need you. If you're not going to be honest, then this is kind of a waste of a phone call. So are you all in?
I'm an honest person.
Okay. Do you have a problem exaggerating or kind of telling a bigger tale when you're talking to your buddies or talking to a professor or your parents?
Do I have a problem exaggerating?
Yeah. Are you kind of exaggerating?
Do I exaggerate stuff?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I do that. Like exaggerating like my accomplishments?
No, just life. Hey man, you're 5 minutes late. Yeah, I know, dude. Traffic was kind of crazy. It wasn't.
No, I'm pretty. I would say I'm pretty genuine. I like to think of myself as a genuine person.
I know, but you're not. That's the thing. I think the challenge here is you like to think of yourself as fill in the blank, yet your actions are separate from that.
I see.
And that's what I'm trying to merge is behaviors of language. Like you have this image of yourself as, yet reality is showing us something different.
Yeah.
And so this projection you have in the world is like, I'm a pretty honest guy. I'm actually a great guy. If I do this one thing, then I become a monster. In your words, I become childish. But then I'm cool. And when I tell you it's not cool.
So you think I'm just repressing a lot and lying to myself?
I think you're walking through the world with a pair of glasses on that isn't reality. Either that or you have such a deep pathology related to alcohol that would be different than...
That I can't touch that.
Ever again.
Yeah.
Who have you talked to? Counselor? Like...
I want to start therapy.
Why haven't you?
I don't know where to start. Like, I don't want to get my parents involved, and I don't know like how I would do it on my own. And also, I'm really busy, but I know that's not an excuse.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So to heal from something like this, you have to acknowledge there is a monster that lives within inside me. I'm not saying you're a monster. I'm saying you have a monster inside of you. And I'm hard pressed to believe that it only comes out when you're drinking, but I'm going to take you at your word on this call. And almost every person I've ever met in this situation spends a ton of energy in their non-wasted life, their non-drunk life, carefully curating an image to the world. And that is exhausting, and alcohol frees you from it. And whoosh, the dragon emerges. And bro, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. That you're just a happy-go-lucky guy. You make straight A's. You're a good kid. And then all of a sudden, I just hit my girlfriend in the face.
Like, I'm totally open I'm trying to really think about it, but honestly, I see myself as a pretty free spirit. And I know you like this is like what I want to see myself as, but I genuinely like don't care a lot about what other people think about me, and like I like to that's a quality that I like about myself. And I don't think I'm always curating. An image. I mean, obvious, like sometimes yes, like we feel like everyone curates some kind of image. Sometimes, but I do know that there is some monster inside of me that I need to work through and process. And this has been the worst thing that is like I've ever done and it's ever happened in my life. I'm not the victim here, but the guilt and the looking myself in the mirror is it's insane.
Yeah. But I'll tell you the holding on to that without sitting in front of somebody and being seen and heard will kill you.
Yeah.
It will magnify this.
I should go to my school's counseling office, or should I go on to like a website like BetterHelp?
If you go to no, you need to be in front of a person.
Okay.
In front of a live person. If you go to your school, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have to respond to the fact that one of their students got hit in the face by another student.
Yeah.
And so there will be student conduct accountability with this. Make no mistake. They'll have to.
Okay.
Especially because you don't know why this happens and you don't know when this happens again.
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm terrified of.
Yes.
I'm like, if I didn't have any intentions of this at first, like what feels like uncontrollable, like what, like I don't even.
But the main switch that you've told me is controllable is when I drink, this thing gets released.
Yeah, and so also you think it's like more than just not hard liquor. Like I need to be completely sober.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't like who you are or you don't like how you feel when you're sober, that's what you need to go sit down and address. And so the greatest gift you can give her, the greatest act of love you can give her is to say, I need to break off contact with you for 60 days while I go down a rabbit hole to figure out why am I hiding from myself so desperately?
There's no way to be together and do that self-discovery and healing.
You can do what you want, man, but I'm telling you from the rooftops, if this was any woman in my sphere, my sister, my wife, my daughter, my friends' daughters, I would say, do not talk to this person until they are unwound. Yeah. Period. Because here's the thing, you don't know why you did that. That means every time she enters into your space, she's taking a risk to a fist in the face, dude. And she's not on the phone with me. You're worth more than that, man.
Yeah, I hate that person who did that.
Don't hate the person, hate what happened. If you try to heal from I hate him, you have to heal from a place of I'm worth self-control. I'm worth being a safe, loving presence. I'm worth being able to see something and exhale and walk away for a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know any man in the world that doesn't have things that set them off. The biggest part, one of the greatest responsibilities of a man is to know those things are there and to take into account when and when not to let them out. I would be willing to bet, I don't have a lot of money, I would be willing to bet a chunk of money that you're not going to be able to do that because you're not willing to do it.
Not talk to her?
Yeah. Not give her, like say, I need to go get healthy and I'm not safe to be around. We're cutting ties for 60 days. I love you. It's been an amazing 9 months. I have to go detox from you as my drug, from figuring out why in the world I drink till I black out and I become like this dragon comes out of my chest, that I've got kind of this curated image of myself that I have to prop up with weed and alcohol and sex, because I have to numb myself to being in the world of my own skin. I need at least 60 days, and we'll put a day on the calendar. We'll go have breakfast. We'll meet in a public place and we'll go have breakfast. But I've got to keep you safe, and I got to keep myself safe, and I got to get to the bottom of this. And you will not, by any stretch of the imagination, be quote unquote free in 60 days. But you'll be on a path to begin to see the world a little bit clearer. And you have to resolve, brother. I cannot touch alcohol, because you cannot ever hit a woman in the face, drunk, blacked out, sober, ever. Period. Thanks for the call, man. And I hope you hear me trying to talk to you in love and not just beating you up. And I know that, don't read the comments on this call, because people are going to be brutal and awful and ugly. Know that I'm imagining my daughter in her place, and so I do have anger in my chest. You can hear it. I do have rage in my chest. You can hear it. But I'm also trying to honor the fact that I got a hurting, broken kid in front of me who is saying, I don't want to be like this. And I'm willing to sit with you and love you. But you have to take full accountability, and that starts with sitting in front of somebody vulnerably, knowing that what I put on the table will have consequences, and those consequences are okay and right. And that will be the path towards getting well.